What's up everybody, Bishop Basham here. If you're like me, you have a job, a family, responsibilities, and don't have all that much time outside of those things to really sit down and get good at a video game. But despite all that, you can't help but fall in love with some of the hardest games out there. FromSoft. Anyway, instead of crying yourself to sleep over a video game, you can cry yourself to sleep for other reasons, because I'm here to show you how to get the easiest start in Elden Ring. I mean Dragon's Dogma 2. This means easiest starting Vocation and a few techniques to get you rolling on your adventure. Now this game isn't necessarily that hard in terms of enemy difficulty, but without a dedicated block and dodge button, it's very easy to get overwhelmed. And with some of the other mechanics which are unique to Dragon's Dogma 2, mistakes in this game can be very unforgiving. And I'd say the hardest enemy in this game is fatigue. Boss battles take forever, and every quest feels like you're part of the Fellowship traversing Middle-earth, so you have to stay alive long enough to reach your destination, which can be cumbersome. So let's get started. I like to try to keep things short, so I'll do my best to be concise, but if you're trying to get in and out of the video, I recommend the Archer as a starting class because you can stay alive long enough to learn the mechanics, because you're fighting from a distance, while still being involved enough in the action to level up quick. The journeys are long in this game, so being conservative with your combat is imperative for your survival. But if you want to hear a few more tips and tricks for a better start, stay tuned. So let's say you're in the process of creating your character. After the jail sequence at the very beginning of the game, the best starting vocation here is the one you are least likely to want to use. Also, consider the height and weight of your character here. Smaller characters have a higher stamina for running away. Bigger characters can tank hits. There's slightly more nuance to it, so feel free to watch my other video where I talk about the specifics. But anyway, choose the mage and begin. Now I know, but hear me out. Why would I start with a lame vocation? Well, at risk of giving away any spoilers, once you finally escape prison and follow some rando through the woods, you end up at your first checkpoint. This is like 10 minutes in. Now you'll be asked to summon your main pawn. This can also make a big difference in your playthrough. Your main pawn is basically like your sidekick, and they will be with you the whole game. So in addition to making them useful, be sure to make them cute. Now I recommend making them a big old mage so they can hold your stuff and tank hits, which will be useful considering how much you get jumped in this game. Oh my god! We got ambushed at camp! Hold on, I gotta get away. Plus, inventory management is an unfortunately critical aspect of the game. Anyway, vocations can be swapped around like candy in this game, so if you imagine your partner in crime to be Legolas, you can always make that change later. After you summon them and they raise their tiny little hand in the air, head on over to the inn. Talk to the innkeeper, get some rest, and then talk to him again and ask to change vocations. Now this is where you choose your actual starting vocation. The reason we all started off as a mage, the reason we all started off as the least liked vocation is so we can get the free armor and gear that comes with a vocation change. Turns out you don't have to wear those skimpy little rags anymore. Unless you want to. This will give you some much needed protection right off the bat. Whoa! I'm on fire. And as I mentioned earlier, my personal suggestion for the easiest starting vocation is the Archer. Not only is the Archer fun to use, but you stay far enough away from the actual combat, which will ensure you don't die every 30 seconds while you're still getting over the learning curve. This vocation also teaches you the importance of finding your pocket. If you spend any time as another vocation, you will understand the critical role that a ranged member lends to your party, so don't frig it up for everyone. Now, after you choose your vocation, head on over to the Riftstone again and summon 2 more pawns for your party. Pawns that are your level or below are free, and we love free. Grab some pawns that will complement your party so far. I'm an archer and my pawn is a mage, so I'm going to grab a fighter and a thief, round out the party a little bit. After this, head on over to the guy at the front gate and accept his mission to save some guy who's being killed by birds or something, I don't know. Just make sure you go find him immediately because some missions have time limits. This mission will give you a good feel of how to use an archer and how your party works together. Now, all this is just the very start of the game, but I would stay with this setup until you reach the capital. And absolutely, and I mean this with my whole heart, please do not skip the ox cart ride. If your pawn says something like, oh hey, I know a cool chest somewhere, and they ask you to follow them, just don't listen to them, okay? Just take the ride.
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way?
Yeah, show me the way.
It's taking every ounce of my strength just to remain standing.
Riley.
Will this march never end?
I only hope we don't encounter any foes.
Whoa.
Found him.
We're going in. Fire. Why am I doing that? Oh my god. Maybe I can get on top of him. Oh, okay. Or not. Oh my god. Go, 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 go. Oh. Oh my goodness. Bro. That was crazy. Once you arrive at the capital, head over to the Vocation Guild once more, grab some core skills, some weapons, and I'm not sure if you'll have an augment at this time, but if you do, grab one, and you'll be in pretty good position to keep traveling. Now, before I send you on your way, here are some things to keep in mind. Save often. There's no quick travel, or it's few and far between, so you have to make your full journey on foot. Make sure you save often. Do not select return at last save or last inn when you die, because I don't know about you, but I never stop at the inns. It's like $2,000 for a single night, so just load last save, not the inn. Always bring a camping kit. You can find them places, you can buy them places, just bring them. It allows you to rest at campfires, rebuild your fatigue, and continue on your journey. Avoid traveling at night, and most importantly, enjoy the adventure. It's honestly the best part of the game. You get so distracted when you find a cave. You can find all kinds of cool loot. Sometimes you'll buy something and then you'll find it in a cave like 10 minutes later. So just enjoy that time. Anyway, hopefully this will help you guys get a good start of the game. Don't forget to comment and subscribe for more video game content, and most of all, have fun. Love, Bishop Basham.